Gentleness is yours, Sandy.
Here's some more answers, I think. Harm is impossible for God's teachers. They can neither harm nor be harmed. Harm is the outcome of judgment. It is the dishonest act that follows a dishonest thought. It is a verdict of guilt upon a brother, and therefore on oneself. It is the end of peace and the denial of learning. It demonstrates the absence of God's curriculum and its replacement by insanity. No teacher of God but must learn, and fairly early in his training, that harmfulness completely obliterates his function from his awareness. It will make him confused, fearful, angry, and suspicious. It will make the Holy Spirit's lessons impossible to learn. Nor can God's teacher be heard at all, except by those who realize that harm can actually achieve nothing. No gain can come of it.
It says it's going to talk about gentleness and it just talks about harm.
Yeah.
Is there some connection there?
The lack of opposite harm. Yeah.
He's explaining that when you don't perceive that guilt, that any kind of condemnation is necessary, you're going to be gentle. If no one deserves condemnation because you have not put a verdict of guilt upon a brother or yourself, if no one deserves condemnation because you didn't do that, it says it is a verdict of guilt upon a brother and therefore on oneself, then you're going to be gentle because you don't need to punish anybody. Nobody needs the whip. Nobody's guilty. So automatically now you're gentle. And he's saying anytime you believe that some kind of punishment is needed either for yourself or for someone else, your lessons are going out the door. You're not learning to teach God's curriculum about the innocence of God's Son and how he deserves mercy and love. You're learning that other lesson that other voice, the liar, is telling you. So doesn't that make sense? And you want to read the next one? He's going to talk.
Like every question Tommy's asking is answered in the next paragraph.
I know, it's very cool. We're like setting this all up. It's like, I know, we rehearsed this, right? So it looked like we knew what we were talking about.
Maybe you'll let me read that paragraph.
It's your turn.
Okay. Therefore, God's teachers are wholly gentle. They need the strength of gentleness, for it is in this that the function of salvation becomes easy. To those who would do harm, it is impossible. To those to whom harm has no meaning, it is merely natural. What choice but this has meaning to the sane? Who chooses hell when he perceives a way to heaven? Out of it. And who would choose the weakness that must come from harm in place of the unfailing, all-encompassing, and limitless strength of gentleness? The might of God's teachers lies in their gentleness, for they have understood their evil thoughts come neither from God's Son nor his Creator. Thus did they join their thoughts with him who is their source. And so their will, which always was his own, is free to be itself.
The will of mercy. God's mercy, which is really our real will too. That's well said. It's funny, Jim was reading the text yesterday. It says, this line is not in the chorus, but it said, the sane mind is not out for blood. I think it was being more blunt. Yeah. But he's saying basically the same thing here. It's not out for blood. It's not out to harm. The sane mind lines up with God's will of mercy. And automatically does. When it's evil thoughts, which would be ego thoughts that say condemnation is appropriate, are gone. When those are gone, when you don't listen to those, don't listen to the lies and begin to listen to this, he says this is just natural now. Because those evil thoughts came not from who we really are or from God. They came from the big deceptive mind that's trying to deny the truth.